Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Lofi Network, Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you concerning your money, okay? And anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. Divine, what is the overall message concerning Pisces and their money stability? Okay. So we have the world or rather the universe here, and fertility, which is the Empress. So the world and the Empress coming out together is honestly signifying the end possibly of struggles. I do feel like it's possible, with the world and the Empress coming out, that this is your abundant era. This is something that you could be coming into. This is not something that you can have currently. I do feel like there have been many different situations for you that have come to an end for a lot of you all. It's been a mass leaving of, shall we just say, corporate jobs, corporate America, or jobs in general. And I do feel like you could be living a softer life here with the Empress, because the Empress doesn't do a lot of work. She attracts, what she wants. So you could be attracting money right now. A lot of you could be working on yourselves, making sure that you're aligned particularly. I do also feel like you're taking it easy on yourself, because it's not easy, living out here in this world, especially if you're doing it on your own. So big up to you if you are successful, independent, as well as living life on your own and for you. Divine, tell me here about the world and the Empress here. And wow, we have the Emperor coming out. So wow, divinity is definitely a thing. Divine masculine, divine feminine. I do feel like there is a coming together. Yes. We have obstacles and challenges here. So I do feel like there is something possible that you're getting ready to go through. I feel like you're also equipped and ready for this. But with the Emperor and the Empress showing up together, I do feel like something is about to be created. You have both of the masculine and the feminine energy, and there's just something about you having all access. I feel like you are going to do something differently, something that goes against the norm, because I feel like you are breaking away from society standards, especially with the world, because right now the world is signifying the end of a thing. For me, you could be walking into new beginnings here as well. But right currently, with 21, the world is signifying a particular end. With 21, we round it up to 3, and then we also have fertility here being the Empress. So 33 for you all could be significant, as well as 34. So 3 and 4, then we have 33, and then 34. Divine, what else is here? Thank you. And then we also have moving on. So I do feel like with the six of swords type of energy coming into play, you are moving forward in a progressive manner. This seems to be one more so where you are not just doing it on your own. You're guided here, because six of swords tends to be a guided type of energy. You moving towards a softer life with the six of swords, things that are, easier, things that are more fulfilling. We also have the throat chakra. So for some of you all, you could be doing something also here within the creative arts. You could be using your voice, of course, to speak, sing, whatever you use your voice for. That could be very significant for you, and how you will start to make your money here as well is also what I'm hearing. Divine, can you give me more, please? Thank you. And then we also have 14 being the Temperance coming in, so patience. So something here is going to require time. I do feel like in some way this is something that you have been waiting for, which is why I feel like this Temperance energy is coming up. There's something you've been very patient about. I feel like you've been alchemized in different things, changes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Magician showed up here as well, but because I do feel like this is a period of time where a lot of people are manifesting. But I also feel like at this moment of time, there are also a lot of people who are in waiting. There's patience. There's something that you may have to wait for, because I do feel like these are things that do take time. Pinnacle energy, if we do result and it comes to that, is something that's going to take some time. So I do feel like there is some sort of craft that you are going to be expounding on here at this time. And then we also have solitude. You could be needing to take a moment to yourself. Because I do feel like that is one of the major things that has been going on within the collective. It's been this energy of always having to do things on your own. But I do feel like, that is something that could be switching here soon as well, with the patience and, the hermit coming out. I do feel like there are many different things that you have discovered and learned about life. You could have learned a lot of, you could have learned a lot about your skill, your craft, working that, honing in on it. So studying could be very significant here as well. I know this isn't a page, but the hermit is all about information, and especially if it's about information concerning yourself, getting to know oneself, discovering your higher self, that connectivity, the connection. Divine, the hermit, please. And we have the magician. So awareness. So I do feel like, once again, you are coming into major connection. We have 6 major arcanas out here, and we only have one minor, which is the 6 of Swords. I feel like you just most certainly are just taking the steps in the right direction. I feel like you are waiting for direction every step of the way. It's almost like step-by-step instructions, especially with the Temperance, the hermit, as well as the magician. I feel like you got the instructions and you are doing something with the instructions. There are many different things that you currently are aware of. We have rest and rejuvenate. So at this moment, what I feel like is a lot of you all are going to be resting easy. I feel like money is just going to start flowing in from many different directions. I feel like a lot of you all are not even going to see this coming. I do feel like if you feel the notion and the direct guide to, quit your job, because I'm getting a nod towards that. Some of you all will possibly, and I hate to say it like this, but it's the truth, some of you all will end up terminated. There are going to be quite a few businesses that are going to start to go under because they're not going to be able to keep up with the economy. But there's something about you not having to worry about that, because you were meant to live a softer life. Work was not meant to be a thing, not in the way that it is. It's almost like a monopoly. Like, people are capitalizing off of your awareness, off of your gift, and you're not getting anything from it. So there's something that you need to be separated from, because while you're giving people, let's just say 80% of your time, you're only giving 20% of your time to yourself. Most people are at their jobs for 8 to 10 hours out of the day, sometimes even longer. And that's a lot of time to be in one place that really truly isn't benefiting you in the way you can benefit yourself. Divine, the magician here. And then we have financial and material changes. I do feel like the way you are about to start making your money is going to be solely based on you and not anyone else. I feel like that's exactly what's about to happen. So you're about to create something and you will be able to make money off that and that alone. The state of the world is getting ready to change. And, it can be jarring. It can be slightly alarming, but it's just something about having faith, trusting that you'll be okay. And then trusting your awareness, trusting the knowledge that you have, trusting that that you're going in the right direction, because God, the divine source, will not leave you out there alone. Sometimes it does feel like we are walking alone, but I do feel like God has your back every step of the way. Okay, otherwise we wouldn't be put out here like that. But let's see, Divine, can you tell me about what this financial and material changes is about specifically? This financial and material changes, what is this about, Divine, specifically? Seems like it's gonna be a surprise because nothing's coming out. Oh, I'm totally wrong. We got 2 flippers. Okay. So it's about fulfillment of wishes with the 9 of Pentacles, as well as prosperity begins. Yes. So I do feel like you are about to take a step in the right direction, because this is giving me Ace of Wands type of energy. I do feel like you are about to be independent and successful in your own right after stepping off to your on your own. I have 99 here, and I also have 11. But with 5, financial and material changes, that's a changing point. It's a turning point where maybe you were making money in a different way that was just a little harder, and you weren't getting as much as you feel like you should have gotten. But there's also something about you breaking out of the matrix, breaking out of some particular cycle of something that's redundant or repetitive, or honestly no longer serves you because it's run its course. I do feel like a lot of you all will be stepping off into personal ventures, possibly of creativity here, especially with the Ace of Wands. And tell me more about prosperity begins and fulfillment of dreams. We have spiritual union. I do feel like you are coming into yourself, and I feel like that's the way it was intended to be. We have the base chakra here, which is very significant here as well. So I do feel like you are exactly where you belong. You know, it could, once again, it could be scary, it could be nerve-wracking, but it's something here about doing it anyway, not forcibly, but giving you a call, because I feel like you're being summoned. You're going to get a call, and you're going to have the option to whether you want to do it or not. Do you want to continue to live a harder, rougher life, or do you want something that's easier that you can benefit off of, that isn't taking all of your time? Divine, one more for me here, please. Okay. And we have harmony. So the lovers, this is exactly where you belong. This is about balance. This isn't about anything else. You know, it's about balance. It's not about coming into connection with anybody, because partnerships right here are not significant. This is a singular energy. So I'm talking to you all as individuals. If you have been wanting to manifest, if you've been wanting to create, you know, you've been getting a nudge, you know, you've been getting something that's saying that something needs to go differently. Something doesn't feel right. Something that's sucking and draining me dry. And I don't mean like, you know, I don't mean like that. But I do feel like a lot of you all, your life is getting ready to change. Your livelihood, the way you make your money, more so than anything else. This isn't about abundance and prosperity. It's about the way you, it's for someone more specifically, it's about how you make your money. Divine, overall energy for the reading. Can I have one for that, please? Overall energy. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have triumph. Yes, I feel like you are guaranteed to be a success. If this is the overall energy for the entire reading, with triumph, you're guaranteed to be victorious, and I can see why. It's something about being uncomfortable, but being comfortably. So I do feel like you, in order to step into exactly what you need to step into or want to step into, you're going to have to be a little uncomfortable first, because it just seems like nothing ever really truly grows in comfort. And if it does grow in comfort, it only grows to a certain point, because even at a point with plants, if they get too big or their roots start to grow too big, they need to be repotted into something bigger. So I don't want you capping yourself, because I feel like your potential with the divine is limitless. Okay. I feel like this is a confusing time for us all. Like, every day you wake up, you never really truly do know what to expect. Some of us are calmer than others, and then some of us have a little anxiety. I feel like sometimes we just need a little clarity and understanding, and sometimes that clarity and understanding needs to come from someone that is possibly an unbiased source that is not directly on your side, because generally when we get insight from people who know us, it's not 100% correct, or there's a fabrication in there somewhere, because they don't want to hurt our feelings. So why not trust our trusted sponsor, Psychic Source? Click the link down below in the description box. Use my unique code JMarian, and you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. Like, get clear thought, clear mind, so that you can be able to move progressively, so we can get to the money, you know? Anyway, if you're not satisfied with that clarity and insight, you can get your money back. And we won't fuss with you at all. They no muss, no fuss. Details down below in the description box. Now, on to your reading. Divine, can you give me closing messages and insight for the reading? Thank you. All right. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, and generally with the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is, you know, mastery. It could be a nod to work here as well. So I do feel like, once again, like we were talking about earlier, even before I get to another card, I do feel like something concerning the way you make your money, because there's something you've been working on, something you've been mastering, something you've been crafting, something is in the inner workings for you. Divine, tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. What else do we have here for the Eight of Pentacles? So we have the Five of Wands. Yes. So I do feel like there was conflict concerning you and your workplace. This may not be direct conflict concerning other people. I'll clarify that in a moment. I do feel like it's just conflict, mental conflict, probably stress, fatigue, you know, tired of going to this job day after day, because this conflict more so feels like inner conflict, inner turmoil, and nothing that would deter you from getting anything spiritually. I just feel like there's this energy possibly of being fed up, with the 10 of swords here at the bottom of the deck. Always overworking. Something's definitely coming to an end concerning work. Divine, can you give me the details of the 5 of wands? What is the nature of the conflict here? I feel like it's mental. Could be body fatigue is here as well. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So a new opportunity. And maybe that's what the conflict is. Should I stay? Should I go? We have the World. I do feel like a new opportunity. This is maybe not even a new job, just an opportunity, a new way for you to make money. This could be passive income, or this could be another opportunity coming in to get rid of something that's stressing you out, something that's bothering you, something that's conflictual with your spirit. Because even though it's not coming out yet, that's kind of what it feels like it is. It feels like it's just inner turmoil, like some conflict that just doesn't align with your higher self, with your spirit, where you want to go, or with where you want to be. Divine, can you tell me about the Ace of Pentacles? Okay, we have the High Priestess as well as the 3 of Swords. I feel like you definitely know. And I feel like that something has to come to an end, and I feel like maybe that's the conflict. I feel like it concerns you, it worries you. Maybe you feel like you'll be at a stagnant state with the Hangman, but something that you have to do is self-sacrifice, and you have to make some sort of sacrifice in order to get what you want. Because I do feel like with the High Priestess, there's a lot of information that you want to hand out, that you want to give, that you want to be, and you can't be that until you cut something out, until you get rid of something that is hurting you, something that's causing you pain, something that's causing you conflict. Divine, can you tell me more about the High Priestess and the 3 of Swords? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you have to leave something behind. Yeah, and I feel like this is something that you do know. With the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck, there's something that you have to leave behind in order to move forward. And it's totally okay, because I don't feel like this is bad. I feel like a lot of you all have just been praying, been asking, been seeking, been manifesting, been scripting, been writing. I even feel like spell work for a lot of you all is significant here as well, because you're wanting more for yourself. You're wanting to put that energy out there, because that's really truly what that is about. And I do feel like with you putting that energy out, you do have something coming towards you. Divine, the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me. I am totally wrong, you guys. I don't know why I saw this as the 5 of Pentacles. This is the 4 of Pentacles. Excuse me. Let me recorrect that right now. But there is still, once again, that energy of leaving something else behind. But so let's change this narrative. So with the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, I feel like there's something that you're holding on to that's causing you severe pain because you want to let it go. So same concept, just said in a different type of way. 4 of Pentacles. Divine, tell me more about the 4 of Pentacles, because you're holding on to this pain, and I feel like it's hurting you more than helping you. With the 10 of Wands, it's a burden. It's a burden that you want to release, that you want to let go. I feel like you're trying to wait till you are in the perfect position, and generally the perfect position for most people. And here's this 10 of Swords again. This 10 of Swords is just giving me this energy of something that you need to do. Something that is, with the 10 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, with the 10 of Swords here now, that's giving me a judgment call. There's a judgment call that you need to make, and it's a very severe one. And what this judgment call is going to do is going to cause an ending to happen. But with that ending, it's going to come a new beginning. 20 is judgment, 21 is the world. So I do feel like you are about to release a burden. You're about to leave this burden alone. And I'm feeling like the Fool type of energy. You're looking for a fresh start, something that you can take a leap of faith on, some action. Divine, lastly, with the 10 of Wands here, what is the message? Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands as well as the Page of Pentacles. There's something that you're supposed to remain persistent about. I do. Divine, tell me about the Page of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. So you do have an opportunity incoming. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like there's definitely something you're getting ready to take a chance on. I feel like you were more so just waiting to be in line, to be in position, because with the Wheel of Fortune coming up, there's definitely you being in some sort of alignment and opportunity, taking a chance on something, waiting your turn. And I feel like that's exactly what this is about, you waiting your turn. And it seems like your turn is getting ready to come up, okay? Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, because you got a lot coming in, and we should figure out what this is, and we can talk about it. Okay? Those details down below in the description box as well. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.